We're live. Come on in and grab something, right? I'm getting set up. All right, so I've got my sound. Everything is good. Shout out to the mob, all my other bears. I call the Grizzlies and the Honey Bears. And yes, you saw the 2 countdown. You did. We've got 2 days coming up on the calendar. The first is November the 3rd. That is when the defendant has been ordered to give her real name, identity. And then on November the 4th, I've been ordered as the plaintiff to respond to the motion to dismiss the case. How's everyone tonight? Let's see, it's 11. No, it's 10, almost 11. It's 10:51. All right, so came on just before 11 o'clock. Looking at the clock right now. Sound is good. All right. Baby Juju and Vicky Black, my moderators. Rip running receipts. And yes, I just looked at a receipt. I'm telling you, if I didn't have these receipts. V Love, $5 super chat. Thank you. I appreciate that for your support this evening. I do. Thank you so very much. Now, let's see. Let's just make sure the sound is like way down. And like my crackling fireplace. So we won't compete with that. One thing at a time, okay? There's my dog. All right. No doorbells tonight. No door knockers tonight. Maybe some naysayers. Yeah. Where are the cynics? That's what we can call them. The cynics. Mm-hmm. The naysayers. Where are you? I got a lot of naysayers. Yeah. Okay, so where do you guys want to start tonight? Where you want to start? How's everyone? I've asked that. Everyone good? Yeah. For a Sunday? and going into a new week. hmm I've got a lot on my plate. I do. And I'm pacing myself like I did before. Yeah, I'm pacing myself. But this one is very, very, very important. I mean, they're all very important, but this is going to be another very pivotal moment because the decision on this next one that I submit to the court, it can come down a make or break. So I'm just letting my audience know. I don't know what the future holds. I've said that before. I am going to give it my all as I do. Okay. Um, Even if there's more to give, I will give that. Mhm. Not just for anyone else who's doing this, it's because I owe it to myself to do my due diligence. I've come this far. And do you know, I was reading that sometimes things can be decided on just a mere technicality that you don't even think about. It could just be something so, you know, odd. I don't know everything. But I do know I have receipts. Okay. I do. So, let's see. Maybe I can give you a little preview of another receipt that I've talked about in my filings. I want to get this one in, not just with uh, just highlights or clips. And I've done that, just a few. Okay. A mention of the exhibit and the name, the title and all of that, and talk just a little bit about it. But this is a very important video piece of evidence. And I'm hoping that the court, the judge, will allow, give me leave so that it can actually come in as video, audio. Yeah. And what I'm talking about is the video. It's called Black Tea Sector, Teddy Bundy, The Real Tea, April the 9th. It was on April the 10th when it was broadcast. Let's see here. It was in the morning. It was on a Wednesday morning because she even says good morning and it's Wednesday. Well, the hearing was on Tuesday and the decision didn't come down. It was almost like, I think, if I can remember, it was late, maybe 6 o'clock. something like that. It just seemed to come in late. Um, Let me see here. Looking at some. Yes, this was created at 11:36 a.m. on um, April the 10th. Okay. So wherever they were in the world, um, I have it. Well, I just have it as 11:36 a.m. That's interesting. Yes, the judge, she needs to see this one. She needs to see this one. She needs to see the one on the 23rd of April. She needs to see this one. I mean, these videos in April, they really lay it out. Mhm. Um, they really lay it out. So let's see. Mm, how she starts this one off. By the way, the word judge in this hour-long video was an hour and what was it? An hour and 12 minutes, 32 seconds. She used the word judge 89 times. That means she was talking about the judge and talking about the court. For somebody that really doesn't know, she said judge 89 times. She said mutual combat 19 times. She said mutual contact 25 times. She really wanted to drive something home. Let's see. The very first line. This is fair use commentary. I can quote for education, for criticism, for teaching. It's going to become part of the record. Mhm. Let's go here. Okay. Happy Wednesday. That's what she said. After the music stopped playing. Yeah. This will be a quick live. I'm for real, for real. This will be quick. I definitely wanted to address this. I will give shout outs in my regular live. So apparently, this was a quick one. So, this isn't my regular live, she says. On my channel, I will be on later. I will give my usual shout outs. But yeah, good morning to everybody and happy Wednesday. So basically, I wanted to go live to quickly address Teddy Bundy and the court hearing that she had April 9th. Can't get any more explicit than that. She came on the following morning. It wasn't even 24 hours. She wanted to address the court hearing. How do you address a court hearing if you haven't heard it? Allegedly. How do you address something you don't know anything about? How? I said, I just want to give you a highlight, a preview. It just starts with the first sentence, the opening salvo. In less than, just overnight. So, guess what had a timestamp? Something else had a time stamp on it. Something else had a time stamp on it. It was out there. It got out. It was a private hearing. We raised our hand and the judge made us swear to not record the hearing. The next morning, she goes live and says, Happy Wednesday. April the 9th was on Tuesday. This is time stamped 11 something in the morning. This will be a quick live. She couldn't wait. She says, I definitely wanted to address this. She didn't even have time to give shout outs. She said to everybody, basically, I'll shout you out on my next one. I wanted to go live quickly to quickly address Teddy Bundy. We all know who she is called Teddy Bundy thousands of times. Because if you can say judge 89 times in one video, I know you've said Teddy Bundy 1,000 times. She said to quickly address Teddy Bundy and the court hearing that she had April the 9th. She, me. The link right there. So you can't say, oh, Teddy Bundy, nah. Teddy Bundy and the court hearing that she had. April the 9th. Specific. They don't know nothing about this. They didn't address this. Didn't respond. Quote, I was not going to go live first and say anything about it because I wanted to see if she would actually tell the full truth. So what is she going to measure? She's waiting for me to go live and she wants to see if I'm going to tell the full truth. Then that means she would know, right? Because if you're going to be able to balance it and measure the truth, then that means you've got to know what was said. How could you critique it? She wanted to know if I would tell the full truth. She wasn't going to go live first. See, she was just kind of waiting. She was hoping that I was going to come on the next morning and start talking about it. But I've not been talking about it until somebody else started talking about it. Goody. Y'all better leave me alone. Leaking everywhere. It was like a boat with holes in the middle of the ocean, and the water was just coming up through the bottom. People were on their YouTube just leaking it. Names. Talking about it. That means someone deliberately leaked it out. It was a private hearing. I haven't said a name. How did it get leaked? How did my picture get out? And into the hands. How? There is a paper trail. She wants a paper trail. There's a digital trail. Michigan, Michigan, Michigan. Detroit, Michigan. A ghost. A ghost. A ghost gave it to you, right? A ghost gave it to a ghost. Who y'all playing with? Somebody called me an 83-year-old woman. 82, you corrected it. I heard. You acknowledged. And no, I didn't have anything against you. But let me come back to this. No, let's go back to that real quick. 83? Where'd you get that number from? People just keep pushing it up and up and up. I'm 67. Somebody said I was 70 3 years ago. I am the age that I am. But back to this. I can talk about it because this is my life. And somebody's just not. They're just not. Just not. If I didn't have these receipts, if I didn't have this receipt, I wouldn't be able to just look at it and listen to it and know that it's a fact. Because people don't tell the truth. They deny. And if you don't have receipts, it's not what you say, it's what you can prove. So back to it. So basically, my commentary. So she wants to know if I'm gonna go live first. What time did you go live, Goody? Was it in the afternoon? Was it a day later? 2 days? I guess I'm gonna have to pull that one out and look at the timestamp. Oh, I got that one too. Yes, I do. That means somebody's in cahoots with somebody's in cahoots with somebody's in cahoots. So now we've got at least 3 people that know who was inside and what was going on. It spread so quickly. Where's all the naysayers? Where are the naysayers? just like that big Tammy lie. She says, I wanted to go live to quickly address Teddy Bundy and the court hearing that she had. Oh, it could be a slow rain. If you don't like it, you can go to another channel. Come back when maybe I'm playing music or talking a little faster. Because I'm really just kind of seeing some of this for the first time. I am. I know it existed, and I know I had the receipt. Because I wanted to see if she would actually tell the full truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Sounds like you were trying to swear me in. The truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Could I flip that and say, I wonder if she will tell the full truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? About the hearing, she said. And I could say to you about the hearing. And not trying to paint it, she said, in her favorite and spit in her favorite spin or anything like that. Tell the complete truth. And I feel as if a lot of people, even her own supporters, are going to watch my video. She said it's her video. She took ownership. My video. She didn't touch anything, right? She didn't have anything to do with anything. She didn't see anything. She didn't hear anything. She doesn't know anything. But here it is. My video. I've only read a few lines. She was so full of herself that morning. So giddy. Couldn't wait. Just sitting there, just waiting. Just counting the hours. Who's tracking who? She's waiting. She knows about the hearing and she knows she's gonna get the information. She knows she has it. It's a confessional right here. I said confessional. I know the difference. My video. Even her own supporters are going to watch my video. Well, they can't watch your video because there was something that happened so quickly. I think you might have had a second thought because you snatched it down. It didn't take you less than 2 days? This is not harassment. This is fair use commentary, the kind that she wants to silence. She just asked the judge a whole list. She wants a gag order. This is a truth teller who doesn't want people to hear the truth. She said, tell the full truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this transcript. This should be the story on this sector, but because people are intimidated and want to go along to get along, people can't even speak the truth. Where are all the naysayers? You don't have to be worried at all about me. I know that people aren't being truthful and they're making stuff up because they want to win at all cost. And it doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter to whom they say it to. As long as they win, as long as they can remain anonymous so that they can continue their behavior. They're always talking about everyone else's behavior. Read between the lines. They're always talking about someone's behavior. An armchair psychologist, therapist, social something. So she thought if I were to come on, I was going to come on and spin it and not be honest. Well, you know, when she put up the document for everybody to see, because she had to get that document from somewhere. You know, the document, the hearing from the court with the petitioner's name on it, but it was blocked out. But she knew who the petitioner was because they were in contact. Because she had the goods in her hand. And she said she had spoke to someone. I wonder who that someone would be. because there was a lot of chatter. Mhm. Somebody leaked it so it could get out there. One proxy, one patsy. And then it got reverse. You be my mic, I'll be your mic. You can't make this stuff up. Did y'all watch it? Because she said everybody was going to watch it, even my own, her own supporters, and see what she has to say. Oh, you mean because they knew you were going to report on the hearing? You mean there were other witnesses? You mean all those people that you were spreading the joy to that morning? Oh, she said it was negative news. Okay. Oh, no, that was the one the week before with the Three Stooges. She says, because they know that I will bring the real truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Here she comes with that line. Twice. One to say that I wouldn't tell the full truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. But watch out. Even her own supporters are going to watch my video and see what I have to say because they know that I will bring the real truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I'm not going to spin it one way or the other. Whether it's in one person's favor or the other person's favor, I will just say the truth. A lot of people like Teddy Bundy and Jack and everybody else, they go live and they say things to spin it and in their favor, to twist and to not to tell the full truth, especially if it does not make them look favorable. So she was there to be the truth teller of what happened in that hearing. Oh. She said I was going to spin it. Boy, a spin. How they spinning this? Not spin it, not acknowledge, not it like it never existed, like they don't know anything, like they didn't have anything to do, just like I don't know. She goes on to lament. They go live and they say things to spin it in their favor, to twist and not to tell the full truth, especially if it does not make them look favorable or it's not completely in their favor. But they don't like to tell the full truth That's why people wait for Danny M.F. Robertson. Bingo. I don't have to say anymore. Danny M.F. Robertson. Who is the defendant? Admission. Ding, 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 ding. You just told everybody. You just told everybody because you're anonymous and because you said you can get away with it and because you didn't think somebody else. You said, I'm no match for you. You said, to be exact, if you were a match, you'd be on top. That's what you said with some expletives to go around it. We're talking about someone who says the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. That's what I want, is the truth. People don't know this, and they wouldn't know this if I didn't have these receipts. Not because it's just me. What I have won't just impact me. Where are the naysayers? The ones who said this old musty bear cave. The ones that called me delusional. The one who said just the other day something about Teddy Bundy. I do have a story to tell. You're right. I have a real story to tell. And it won't be a made up script. I've never hurt anybody. People don't want to hear me because they don't want to hear the truth. They believe everything she says, even if she said now. I can put that out there. They'll say you're lying. It's going to be out there. It's going to be part of the record. And I'm going to swear to it. An affidavit to the truth. If God gives me the strength, She says, all I do is lie. And she has convinced everyone. The big lie, that Tammy lie. And people repeated it and they said it and they still say it. Almost 4 years later. And they worship this person who's anonymous, who has said she's going to ruin my life for the rest of my life. You don't think I have a real story and real passion? Y'all don't know me. If I talk too slow, like molasses, as someone said. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't sit here and pretend to, but I do know I have receipts. People said, you don't have no receipts. That's what they said. The naysayers. Oh, somebody was on a phone call during that video. They kept saying, hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Like they're checking. Like they're being fed. As they're given the detail of what happened in that hearing. Like they're either, hold on, I gotta rewind, or I gotta listen to somebody. Everything put together tells the story and tells the truth. That's why I said it's the receipts. Don't lie. The receipts tell the truth. The only channel people can't come to listen is my channel. How come? Because they know they going to actually get a receipt of something different that they didn't know about. I said I'd just give you a preview. Let me just wrap this part up. It goes deeper. I'm just looking at this. Danny M.F. Robertson. Right there. She says to go live because they know even if I don't F with somebody, even if that person isn't, what is it, off, I will not get on here and just make up BS. I will put out the truth. How many times has she said truth? Let me see. 13 times. With respect to herself, she's the truth teller. Tell the truth then. Tell the truth. Truth teller. Tell the truth. For once, tell the truth. Don't spin it. You said you always tell the truth. Boasting, and then it is what it is. I will not lie on somebody just to win. I beg to differ. She says she always wins. So she will do whatever it takes to win. She said it. That's a contradiction. And then it is what it is, she says. I will not lie on somebody just to win in this sort of thing. So that's why people will come to me. Even after hearing what someone else says. Oh my goodness. She has convinced this platform. It doesn't matter, not just me, what everybody else says. She is the authority. It stops with her. She has the truth. She has the story. Nobody else can contradict her. That's why I talk. That's why I tell the story. People are saying, oh, she's on this, she's obsessed, she's this. I'm telling a story. If you don't understand how it's being woven, I'm documenting it. Imagine if I didn't have my own recordings. It's a lot to remember. And there is nothing wrong with me talking about it as one of the ways just to deal with it. Yes, I am no crazy person. But she wants to paint that narrative. And her tactic is to say it over and over and over again. Yeah. I guess this could be analyzed this tonight. One or two more. Let's see. I will not lie on somebody just to win in this sort of thing. So that's why people will come to me. Even after hearing what someone else says, has to effing say. Yes, it can be objective and it can be fair. And it is what it is. So Teddy Bundy went live, of course. She's playing big dumb. She's trying to play up like, oh my gosh, I just won this whole court hearing about the restraining order. I'm victorious. It went completely in my favor. It was denied and pretty much saying she was the victor. Okay. Does this sound like someone who took it this personal? For it not to be involved, for them not to care, for them not to know anything. They took this denial of someone else who filed a PPO. They took it personal. Who gets on? See, she had to talk about winning, even in that. She had to say she's going to get on and talk victorious like she won something. She was feeling a loss. Be honest. She took it as a loss, but she'll never admit it. So she had to come on and say something to try and convince the people that the judge had found me guilty. So that's why she had to keep saying combat, mutual contact. She just had to keep on saying it and saying it to convince her followers, convince people. It was denied. The PPO was denied. She even put in 91 ECF 91. She talked about the mutual combat and mutual contact to this judge. And she showed the picture of the form where the judge checked the box. There's like an other at the bottom, but she never showed the ruling. Denied. Because she can't bring herself to accept it. So that's one of the reasons I think she keeps on trying to get a protective order. See, the judge needs to know this. This isn't a one-off. She has a score to settle. That's why soon after that ruling came out, she went ahead and filed another claim to the licensing board here in Michigan. She did another one shortly after that. She had already filed, and it had already been, thrown out. It made her feel a certain way. I'm not making it up because I got receipts. She thought, gee, if they turn me down once, I'm going to file again. Twice. The PPO petitioner, she files. She files. Files. Keep filing and filing and filing. 10 times. This is somebody who really has it out for me. They want to take my livelihood, my peace of mind, all of that. She can't lose. And that's why she keeps doing it over and over and over, because she has to win. If people don't understand that, I see what's going on. She's going to keep doing it until she gets a win. She can't accept no, but she says everybody else can't accept rejection. She has that as a narrative. Somebody else said in their statement that I wanted to have a romantic relationship with them. Told it to the judge. Y'all better leave me alone. This is a real story. Who are these people? Okay, it's 11:57. It's just about midnight. I've been on 110. I thought I'd just give you a little glimpse. I'll go through that one last line. Like, oh my gosh, I just won this whole court hearing, she thought I would say. About the restraining order, I'm victorious. It went completely in my favor. It was denied, and pretty much saying she was the victor, okay? Now I can say, yes, it was denied, and it was expected to be denied. Oh, a lot of times when it's like a non-domestic violence situation, what I mean is when it's not like a domestic violence, intimate partner situation, sometimes it can be hard. However, what she failed to add on is to why it was denied. Why was it denied? That was completely left out because she doesn't want to say why it was denied, because then it won't be as favorable. My goodness. The repetition. Left out because she doesn't want to say. It's repeated. Why it was denied. Because then it won't be as favorable to her or her audience to hear what are the reasons that it was denied. My. Why didn't you tell everybody the full truth? I'm going to end it right there. My goodness. It's midnight. It's Monday. It's the 27th of October. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for listening. You can email me at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. I didn't say, and I'm looking at emails, I didn't say who was the first to mention it. I just know who has mentioned it that I have a recording of. That's what I said. I can only talk about what I know I have a receipt about. There may be other people who talked about it. I'm talking about who I have a receipt and I can play it and I can hear them say it. I won't get on here and say anything that I don't have a receipt for. Not name somebody's name. You better know I got a receipt. Okay. I got a lot of emails to read. I see that. I'll get to them. Okay. It's my story. Everybody has a story. But now it's time to say goodnight. Please hit the like on the way out. Maybe I'll tell my next story on the members. I said this week. So I got to figure out what and when. Yeah. That's it. Biggest bear hugs go out to all the grizzlies and the honey bears. Please hit the like on your way out. By the way, no. I'll leave that. Sorry. I was going to say something else. I was going to say, just so you know, I was going to say something else about someone, not who you think. Okay. All right. Moderators, good night. Everybody. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Take care.